So, we are all at the Red Cross headquarters in Knoxville right now, preparing to, well, actually, we're not just preparing, we're working the disaster that's in Gatlinburg. As you can see, I'm wearing my glasses. I was at home, came in, and I'm not going to go and disturb the folks over here, but I have a crew of volunteers and staff who are on the phone banks calling our volunteers who are trained. Here's the trick here, and this is one of the questions that I was just asked from Channel 8, was if you want to volunteer, how do you come out? This is not the time to come out and volunteer. Right now, there are many roads that are blocked. People are trying to evacuate. We do have 4 shelters open with more probably scheduled. You can see I'm walking around with my computer here trying to keep track of everything. There are it's a mess out there. It's now starting to rain, and if you know anything about East Tennessee roads, when it hasn't rained in a long time, when it finally rains, the roads are extremely slick. When I drove up from Maryville to Knoxville about an hour ago, it was awful. It was very, very slick. So here's the thing. If you are not a trained volunteer for the Red Cross in sheltering and other disaster needs, this isn't the time to get trained tonight. It may be time to get trained in a day or two as we need support. But right now we have 4 sites, and if you are listening to me and you are a Red Cross trained shelter volunteer, we are looking for relief for the folks who have started out there, because this is going to be a high stress situation. If you are a trained Red Cross shelter volunteer, please call into our office. You can call me or the other folks that you have here in East Tennessee. You know the numbers. I'm not going to put them out here because my mind won't remember what the number is. So I've already gotten a few calls, a few messages. You can email us. You can text us. You know how to get us. Now, if you want to become a volunteer, if you have not been trained, if you've not gone through the background check process, you can start that tonight. You can go to redcross.org/volunteer and put in your zip code, put in all the information, follow the process, get the background check going on as well. It's going to be probably a long one. We do know that the rain is starting. It's not going to be enough to stop this. This is This is really pretty dramatic. So I'm going to keep my head on and keep on going. So I see a lot of people be safe. Thank you. Well, thank you all for paying attention. Now, here's the thing. If you have friends and loved ones in that area, it's frightening, it's scary, but let's just keep calm. If you are in that area, if you are in the Sevier County area and people have said evacuate, listen, evacuate. Make sure you grab those important things that you have for your survival, your medications. Grab your kids, your animals, and everything else. Now, while animals aren't supposed to be in shelters, this isn't the time to dither and dally about this. Grab what you have. Get going, get out, save your life. Once you get to the shelter, we'll get things figured out. We'll get it worked out. We will find partners to help with the animals. But for now, it's about safety. It's not about staying at home and fighting the blaze yourself. Red Crossers are not first responders. We are not the ones doing the rescuing and battling the flames. That is the fire department and the many, many firefighters who are visiting from all the areas. We have been very fortunate in that because we were battling other fires, many of them were still in the area. And while many of the fires that we've had have gotten contained and put out, the winds that we've had in the last day have been tremendous, gusts up to 75 miles an hour in some places. So that's how this particular fire sprouted up today. It's a very difficult area to get into. It's very mountainous. If you know Gatlinburg, if you've been there, if you know the Pigeon Forge area, it's a very big tourist area. It's a beautiful area. However, it's not. It's the mountains. They're the mountains. So we do know that many people who are tourists may not be staying in the area needing shelter for a long time, but remember, there are a lot of people who live and work and go to school in these mountains. So we do need to take care of them. So if you do have to go to a shelter, please make sure you bring those things. Evacuation shelter is going to be bare bones. They're not going to be feather pillows and beautiful mattresses. We're going to have some mats on the floor. It's going to be, in the first day, not the most comfortable place you've ever been. They will be safe. So please come in, be patient, be kind with each other. Keep a positive mental attitude. People are going to be scared if there are children. They're going to try to make sure that you're very calm around the children. Children are very resilient, but only if we stay that way. I'm going to try to keep updates throughout the night, but again, if you are a Red Cross trained volunteer in East Tennessee and willing to help with the sheltering over the next day or so, please do call up your supervisors, bring them on in, and I know a lot of you are already there, so thank you all for all you do, and be safe.